Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Despite promising to keep Sloane's secret, Leo drunkenly shows up on EJ's doorstep ready to tell all at The Spectator. Eric leaves Jude with Nicole while he goes to talk to Chad. EJ calls Nicole, who tells him she got her first assignment, a point series on the Unhoused of Salem. EJ doesn't like the idea of her prowling around at night. She assures him she wouldn't be alone when she goes into the field. She'll be with a shooter. In the DiMera living room, Kristen submits an offer for an education in Lee's name. Stefan enters to remind Kristen if she wants to be CEO, Gabby needs to be home first. Kristen wonders how he's going to hold up his end of the deal. Stefan says he has influence over EJ. He could have averted Holly's OD, but did nothing to help when he set up out about Clyde's medicine trade. Stefan's willing to go that at this stage in EJ's life, he'll put marriage over business and do anything to hold on to Nicole. They can't count on just that, however, so they need to target the DiMera board. Further, is Sherry Jimenez the new Gabby? At the cantina, Roman tells Ava he denied her parcel operation because she has no income. She tells him to hire her also. She'll scourge this place in shape in a twinkle. Roman gives her bone. Weak to move him, it's a good idea. Outside the cantina, Harris tells Marlena how well-conditioned effects are going for him. She asks if he considers his time at Bayview a success. He's auspicious, he's put his history behind him, and notes John also asked him if Bayview helped him. Is everything okay? Marlena says it'll be. Ava comes out, egging Marlena to head outside. Ava tells Harris about her new job before they head to the bistro. Sloane joins a drunk Leo at small bar, wondering why he's so miserable. Leo says Dimitri ditched him. It's all her fault because she couldn't keep him out of captivity where he fell in love. Now, he's alone and destitute. Lamenting his heartbreak, he gulps a martini. Further, Mariska Hargitay juggernauts for Kelly Gittish's return to SVU. Leo closes his eyes while gulping his martini. He pushes the stick of olives to the side of the glass as Rita's about to leave DiMera. EJ tells her he needs her to stay late, but promises it wouldn't be laterly than 11:30. He instructs her to order his usual regale. Stuffed shirt, stuffed shells, she says, and grievances back to her office. EJ chuckles. With regale on the way, Rita returns to EJ, who's targeting Titan. She brutally suggests he stay for the board to bounce him in as endless CEO before he explores his Homeric intentions. He counters he needs to strike while the iron's hot and Titan's no way been weaker. He'll bring it to its knees. Eric returns to Nicole and Jude at the paper while leaving a communication for Sloane to stop tiptoeing him. Nicole politely smiles and asks if everything is okay. He insists he's forfeiture, but Nicole knows him better than most people. Eric tells her about his and Sloane's fight and how she no way feels good enough for him. Nicole can relate. Eric apologizes, but Nicole assures him she cherished their time together. She doesn't want to look back, but for the sake of their marriages, perhaps it's stylish if they do'nt work together. Further, Peacock raises prices at The Spectator. Nicole looks at Eric with concern. Jude's baby carrier sits on the office between them. Announcement at the cantina. Marlena waits for John to get done with work. Roman pours her a glass of wine and offers to hear to her troubles. She confides that she's upset about Eric and Sloane, but also John is floundering. Roman says he'll keep an eye on Eric for both of them while she focuses on John. At the manse, Kristen warns Stefan that she wouldn't be his puppet and allow Gabby to worm her way back into DiMera. He agrees to tell his woman to stand down, but first, Kristen needs to get her out of captivity. Kristen will talk to Ava to see if she knows anything about Lee's murder that she didn't tell the investigators. However, she'll come up with another angle if she can't prove Gabby's innocence. She always has a card up her sleeve. Further, the actress Elia Cantu wants as Jada's mama at small bar. Sloane gapes at Leo, who lays his head on the table next to his empty martini glass at small bar. Sloane hopes Leo hasn't changed his mind about keeping her Jude's secret. Leo reassures her and continues to mope about Dmitri. She reminds him it's mutually salutary to keep their mouths shut about each other's crimes. She slams her wine, offers not relatively sincere condolences about Dmitri, and stalks out. Leo orders another martini. At the paper, Eric vows not to let their working relationship affect their marriages. He needs the job. Nicole does, too. They get to work on their story. Further days, new MVP at his office, EJ pertly addresses, while holding a chopstick over his food. In the focus, Rita holds a glass of water announcement in EJ's office. Rita needles him about each he's taking on. Why not populate the moon, too, while he's at it? EJ takes her ribbing in stride, knowing that she's just looking out for him as she did his father. I do miss that old scapegoat, she says wistfully. EJ really appreciates her and is glad she's there. Ava and Harris search the unrestricted bistro, but come up empty again. Upon discovering them, Stefan threatens to call the police. Ava stops him, explaining that Clyde instructed her to find his black book. Seeing as how he needs Clyde out of his life, Stefan offers to help. As they search, they find an empty wine bottle with a false bottom. Ava pulls out a rolled-up black tablet. Further days, casts riddle part in the square. Eric and Nicole blink into Jude's stroller. In the distance, Sloane watches them while on the phone in the square. Sloane tells Melinda over the phone that Dmitri ditched Leo. She fears Leo will be a loose cannon now. The only saving grace is that Leo doesn't know Jude is Eric's natural child. She watches in horror as Eric and Nicole pass through in the distance with Jude. Still at small bar, Leo wonders how he'll come up with the cash to support himself in the manner he's come habituated. He lands on EJ. He'd been going back on his word with Sloane, who could shoot him to jail. Still, since EJ's the DA, he could cut a deal first. As Kristen makes plans over the phone at home with Alex for another strategy meeting, EJ wanders in. When she hangs up, the siblings engage in cryptic badinage. Latterly, EJ opens the door to a persuading and warbling Leo. He wants to tell EJ a secret for a price. Shocking reveal, Teresa's phony exposed by Alex. What's his coming move? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers tease a implicit game changer in the phony scheme involving Constantine Meliunis, John Capellos, and Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien. Teresa and Constantine cunningly manipulated the situation to make it appear as though Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, was Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, long-lost son. In reality, Victor left a significant portion of his fortune to Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, as a way to make amends for neglecting him as his own child. Still, this devious plan could lead to an unanticipated twist that will leave observers on the edge of their seats. This shocking disclosure turned Alex's life fully upside down, leaving everyone wondering what will be next. Days of Our Lives spoilers. Alex has gotten used to it despite the original shock. Alex has had ample time to reuse the precisely planned disclosure, and unexpectedly, he seems to have embraced his newfound identity as Victor's son. DOOL observers are witnessing a power-empty Alex who's determined to recognize Victor's heritage, and the prospect of inheriting a substantial fortune clearly adds to his provocation. The burning question is what will be when Alex eventually discovers the verity about Teresa's dishonesty. There could be an unanticipated twist if Alex decides to keep covering up the secret. Still, there might come a breaking point for Teresa, where she simply can't bear the weight of her deception any longer. It's possible that Teresa will eventually confess to Alex, unburdening herself from the guilt of being entangled in this phony reproach. DOOL spoilers. Alex doesn't want to give up all that plutocrat and power, although Alex will inescapably blow up over all the falsehoods and pain that Teresa's caused. He may not be too hasty about exposing what she did. Alex might decide to let everyone keep right on believing that he's Victor's natural child. That way, Alex could stay in power at Titan and keep Xander's heritage for himself.